Following on from yesterday's episode, I wasn't looking forward to the matches today, but we've got 3 matches. We've got Leipzig, we've got Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, and sandwiched in between them, we have an away day taking on Young Boys at the Wankdorf Stadium. Yep, look, I was dreading today's episode. That away day has me excited for the funny name alone. Am I a child? Yes. Is it actually funny? Up for debate. Look, let me enjoy it, because I might not enjoy what else we've got going on today. The first game of which, away against Bayern. Let's run the intro and get into it. And you know what? Let's get straight into things with the one game since you were last here. We took on Schalke, local rivals, 3-0 home win. The kind of win I expect from a team like ours that won the Bundesliga last year. Of course, having been beaten by Union Berlin, having been beaten by Werder Bremen, we've not yet won in a live com today. And I'm going to hope that the little bit of momentum that perhaps we built up here is going to help us out. Schalke last time out stayed up on the final game of the season, so they're not a very good team. We should have been beating them convincingly. I suppose a 3-0 win is rather convincing. Great to see Nonto get on the score sheet. Great to see Adamu get on the score sheet as well. It was dominant, it was controlling, and well, we need more games like this and less like what we saw yesterday. Some great finishing on display. We need that today. Now, you might have noticed it by the date in the top right. The transfer window has slammed shut. If you're wondering, Jack, was there any transfer business? There was one little bit of transfer business that I did do. I signed in a youngster called Mohamed Furkan Stilgelmbayer. Definitely not said that correctly. 20 years old, German player, little bit of potential, good current ability. Guess the price I paid. You probably saw it on the previous screen. £4.5 million. I feel like that is a little bit of a bargain. This is a guy who's going back on loan to Hamburg, where hopefully he's going to get some regular first team football to help his development. But for £4.5 million, he could be a squad player down the line. I kind of view him as a punt for the future. Now, of course, this season is the first season where we have the expanded Champions League format that we're tackling as Dortmund manager. Look at how many teams are in this. Of course, we are in this alongside the likes of Young Boys. If you're wondering about the other games we have in the Champions League, here is a little teaser of what you got to look forward to. Barcelona at home, Monaco away, Man City away. Yeah, there's some easier games in there. The Man City, Barcelona and Monaco games, I am not looking forward to. But I digress. We've got plenty to get through today, including this first game against Nagelsmann's Bayern Munich side. They are currently third in the league. They've not lost yet this season, although they did draw away from home against Hertha Berlin. They're not unbeatable, but as the away side, I feel like this is going to be tough. So in terms of team news going into today's game, we are at full strength. No major first-team injuries to mention. One little thing of note, Schellrup picked up a little injury, pulled ankle ligaments, has passed a fitness test to play 45 minutes. He will be on the bench, of course. Does have a bit of a concern when it comes to his injuries. So the fact he's got injured, having just joined us, is a minor concern. Hopefully that's not going to be an ongoing thing. Elsewhere in the team, Adamu and Nonto are starting. 2 players who have been in some good little form. Gruder's not been too shabby either, although yet to get off the mark with a goal this season. Today would be a good time for it, of course. And Killy playing against his former club, as is Arian B. And I'm trying to think, are there any other former Bayern Munich players in our ranks? I'm not sure there are. Anyway, team submitted. Last episode was, I want to describe it as a write-off, but that might be generous. Last episode was disastrous. Look, we have to be better here, but I am fully aware that this game and the Leipzig games are going to be really, really tough. But if we want to be in a title fight, we need to try and prevent Bayern Munich winning this one. 20 minutes into this game, pleased to report, nothing's happened. Yeah, I say that. Statistically, Bayern Munich have had the edge in this game, but neither team creating a great deal until now. Vanna's in behind, and Killy makes a block. Jovic clears it away. And, well, I kind of want to hope that's the highlight, and indeed it is. It's not necessarily a great sign in this game when our 2 best players are our defensive midfielder and our goalkeeper when it comes to average ratings inside the first 36 minutes. But 10 minutes left of the half, we're still in it. We are going to have to do some more defending here, and Killy blocks it. That shot there has cannoned off the crossbar. Nonto heads it away, and breathe a sigh of relief. This is one of those games where I'm sat thinking, how do I want to change things? How do I get a win here? And then I remember we are playing Bayern Munich, and this is the kind of game where we need to ride our luck. I suppose the not so good thing for us is we're not having a lot of the ball, and we're equally not creating a lot when we do have it. So I'm going to update some of our instructions. I'm going to up the directness just slightly, and in transition, rather than looking to play it out from the back, let's try and distribute it quickly onto the wings. Let's try and make the most of the wide areas. It's definitely part of our team where I feel like we do shine. I'm going to be Becker to be on wing back on support. In the final third, not exactly convincing ratings from our team. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take off Adamu. I'm going to bring in Viper. And the reason I'm going to bring him in is because I feel like with his physicality, as a lone forward holding up the play, he can perhaps do a better job for us. I'm going to bring him in, actually, and play him as a target forward as well. Hopefully, he can get some flick on to Anonto and Gruder. That's my rationale. Whether or not that's a sensible line of thinking, I suppose we're going to find out here. You might have been mistaken seeing me wear a Brazil shirt today, thinking we were going to have a day of playing sexy football in episodes. This is not sexy football. I am fully aware of that. I've got Viper to hold at the ball, to put it on a plate, and to pass it to Nonto to give us the lead with what I think might be our first shot on target. And let's be real, this has come from absolutely nothing. The match momentum says it all. This is a bit of a smash and grabbers thing, Stan, but Viper nods it onto himself, crosses it in, and Nonto is there to tuck it in at the back post. It's 1-0. Jovic with a goal kick. He is going to look to launch it long. Kameri can't win his header, but we do get the ball back. They're playing this very, very narrow box midfield, and with that, there is definitely some space in the wider area for us to maybe look to exploit. That said, we have got to be wary in the wide areas ourselves as Musiala lays it inside to Goretzka. Players queuing up in the middle. Makoko has scored against us. I'm hoping he's offside here. I'm thinking he's offside here. I'm looking at the linesman. His flag's not raised. We're going to VAR. I feel like it's a goal, isn't it? It's a goal. Makoko scores against us. Our former man. It's his 4th goal of the season. He was meant to be the chosen one. He was meant to be the man to lead Dortmund to glory, and instead, he's breaking hearts. And it hurts. Have to say, just looking at the team, they've got Nico Williams up top on one side, Makoko next to him on the other side. Then they've got Musiala. This team's ridiculous, isn't it? And then they've got Vanna as well. That is one of the most outrageous front fours I've seen in any team in Football Manager this year. This Bayern Munich team feels mad. Sometimes in Football Manager, 5 years into a save game, I feel like the AI completely fails on the squad building front. Not here in Germany, not here in this universe with Bayern Munich. Their team is absolutely insane, and every time they get the ball forward, I do shudder a little bit with worry. But at the same time, we have capabilities going forward of our own. I'm hoping we're going to show them here as Nelson Viper responds immediately. We were not drawn level for long. We're back 2-1 up. Nonto laid the ball inside to Adriano initially. He brought the ball out really nicely. Back wide to Nonto. And this ball here is superb. The finish, not the most convincing, but it's found the back of the net, and that is all that matters. I'm just going to tell the players to lower the tempo a little bit and just look to time waste more here. 15 minutes left in this game. I'm going to go to a positive mentality as well. Kameri's on a booking and looking a little worse for wear. Let's bring in Wirtz. I'm going to take off Bullet at right back, who's not been great, and bring in Urata. Elsewhere, Gruder's been poor today. Let's bring in Bino Gittins. Going to play him as a winger out on that right-hand side. See what he can do for us here. We have just a few minutes to hold on. And after what, to be honest, was an awful episode last episode, one to forget, a win here would be mammoth. There is 1 minute left and then a highlight begins. Football Manager, why are we doing this to me? Why are you tormenting me like this? If we hold on here, it would be a monumental result. Dare I say, a historic result. The kind of result that gives us hope we can retain our Bundesliga crown. Arata's been sent off. I've paid £60 million for him. Satoshi, what are you doing? He played every game for Freiburg last year. I didn't have a single issue. And on his debut in a live commentary, having signed him for £60 million, he's got sent off. I don't... What do you do? What do you say? There's no time left here. Can I bring in Mbom? I can bring in Mbom. Right, I'm just going to drop players back. We're down a man. There's 30 seconds left. It's not going to amount to anything, surely. Football Manager, end the game. I'll tell you what, I was nervous at the end there, but we've been let off the hook. Nelson Viper was unimpressive last episode. Consider me thoroughly impressed. What a performance by him. Wasn't a great performance by us, but we got the goals that we needed. Defensively, we were beyond solid, and with that result, we now officially go ahead of Bayern Munich in the league. Sadly, we do still trail Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim, and Leipzig, who we play in a few games' time, today, by the way, in today's episode, they can still go top of the league if they win their game in hand. So, yeah, let's not get carried away. It's a good result. There's still 30 games left of the season. Arata has been suspended for one game. Now, the good news for us is, whilst he is suspended, he won't be suspended for our next game, which is a European game, which means I am going to be changing up our team and playing this. Look, I have a saved, rotated 11 ready and raring to go. I've never felt so prepared. This is the team we're going to be using against Young Boys. We play them in 4 days' time. We're heading to the Stadion Wankdorf, or Wankdorf. It's probably said Wankdorf. It's not as funny, is it? Right, I'll see you guys there. We're doing an away day. It's been a while since the last one, and I'm excited. So for today's away day, we're heading south. We are leaving Dortmund. We are heading to Switzerland. We are heading to Bern. And like I already mentioned, we're playing Young Boys today, who play right in the centre here at the Stadion Wankdorf, which, according to this, it's next to a park. It looks like a scenic location from above. What does it look like on satellite view? Here it is. It's very square. In fact, it's oddly square. Was this stadium built in Minecraft? First things first, pleased to confirm they've got car parking. They've got a tram service from the looks of it next to the stadium. Running track and athletics bit next door as well. American football here. It feels like they've got absolutely everything. Loads of pitches here. If you want to play some softball, at least I assume that's what Bass und Softball Feld Gross Almand Bern means. I think this is a softball stadium. I'm fluent in German. If you want to do softball, you can do that. If you want to do rugby, you can do that. And then lots of extra football pitches. And also the Hispa-Platz. I don't know what that is. First things first, I love city stadiums like this that are just surrounded by lots of green areas. So it gets a big tick for that, even if all the green areas are across the road. In terms of the stadium itself, from above, I don't know what to think. I feel like I need Street View to help me come to a conclusion. And good news for us, not only have we got Street View all around the stadium, we've got Street View in the stadium, which we always love to see. Just checking out the car park. This is the stadium through here, although you might not know it due to the trees. Apparently, there is a carnival next door. Now, I can only assume this isn't here all year round. At the same time, do I factor it into the away day? It says welcome. I feel thoroughly welcomed. I thought it was a carnival. I actually think it might be a circus. Perhaps should remind myself, we are here for the football stadium, which I can confirm, this building to the right is the football stadium. It doesn't look like a football stadium from the outside. Is that like a fair assessment? Like, they've got the whole high street built into the underside of the football stadium, which feels weird. They've got the Wankdorf Centre here. Is this like a whole thing under the pitch? I assume it doesn't extend that far, but yeah, underneath the whole stadium here, it's just loads of businesses. If you want food, lots of options. There is the Bern Wankdorf Let's Go Fitness. What kind of fitness can we do in here? I assume all the dots on this part of the stadium are the gym. Okay, well, negative points to the gym for not following the team's colour scheme of black and yellow. But in terms of gyms, I do quite like the hot pink. I am a fan of it. Can we go for a wander? This is the closest I'm going to get to working out today, so let's just enjoy it. This feels like not the smallest gym ever. Fan of the lights, fan of the colour scheme. Don't mind me, I'm just weighing up if I want to join the Bern Wankdorf Fitness Club. Looking at the changing rooms here, good lockers, continuing the red attire as well. They've got a colour scheme established here. Shame it doesn't match the football clubs. This is very quickly turning into an advert, isn't it, for a random gym in Switzerland. Let's move on. I thought I'd found the club shop. No, I've just found a random football and outdoor store from the looks of it. They've got walking boots, they've got footballs. The club aren't going to run out of any. I think this is connected to the stadium. All the dots were at this point of the stadium here, so I'm going to assume it's just based in the basement. I think there is just a giant shopping centre under the football stadium, because the fan shop is here and there's escalators going downwards. There's a sunglasses store here. And then there's just kind of this outdoor area. This is all under the football stadium. There is a shopping centre under the football stadium. I don't know how to feel. I thought it was an error when it said Anno UK, Lavedee's Clothes Store, and New Yorker were on the football pitch. No, they are literally under the football stadium, aren't they? I have to say, normally in this kind of situation, I'm disappointed there isn't more stuff of match days going on for us to look at. On this occasion, to be honest, I'm more disappointed by the fact that I can't look at the Underground Mall. What I can look at is this sauna. That's not what I thought I was going to be clicking on when I went to that random dot. In terms of the interior of the stadium, it's not the grandest stadium ever, but I do kind of like it. It's got a bit of a charm to it with all its blockiness and squareness. Big fan of the floodlight solution. It's not your typical 4 prongs in a corner. It seems like just quite a pleasant stadium. What I will say is, whilst it's very unique with its squareness, it is kind of just the same on all sides. You know, they've not really pushed the boat out when it comes to the layout. It does have quite a cozy vibe to this stadium. I don't know if I like the black seats necessarily, but I appreciate a team with a colour scheme. They play in yellow and black, and I think you could guess they play in yellow and black just based on the interior decor. I've done many away days here on this channel. This is the away day that's had the least to do with the actual football stadium. Looks like in modern day times, they have added Wankdorf to the seat art. That will get them an extra point or two. Okay, the Stadion Wankdorf. Symmetrical and boring on the inside. Shopping mall underneath. And, to be honest, general lack of footballing stuff to actually review. But for the name, the shopping centre underneath, the adventure I've been on, and just the surrounding area that's very nice, I actually kind of enjoyed it as an away day, even if it was kind of an anti-away day. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. That might be controversial to the away day faithful out there. I do not care. I had fun. That's all that matters. So whilst I do want to show some respect to the Young Boys team, a Young Boys team that are a very good team in Swiss football, I do need to rotate our team this season. This is definitely a game I think we can rotate the team in and still get a result. This is our rotated 11. You will notice here, none of the players besides Jovic in goal started the previous game, and yet it's still a very strong team. Viper has informed me that he's only fit enough to play 45 minutes. Or rather, the fitness test has informed me. Imagine if the player just turned around and went, nah, it's a 45-minute kind of day today. Maybe that is what's happened. I digress. He's starting. We might have to take him off. Elsewhere in the team, the only name that you might not necessarily recognise, I suppose, as a regular player for us is Pilios. He is a player that we picked up a couple of years ago from Bayern Munich for £3.7 million. Has been playing with our B team, has been playing okay with them, and at 18 years old, I fancy giving him a little bit of game time, and I think he's got the current ability to step up in a game like this one. So yeah, 18 years old, baptism by fire. We'll see how he gets on today. Of course, for this game, we are going to hope that Arata, a defensive midfielder, is better behaved. He was just sent off against Bayern Munich, so he's suspended for the upcoming league game, so we'll give him some minutes in European football instead. Of course, with this midfield, we've got Reina, Wirtz, Duranville, Bino, Gittins. Some really good creative players in there. There should be no shortage of chances to score, although if we don't get a breakthrough in this game early on, plenty of options that we can bring on off the bench. We are playing in our all-black kit today. They're playing in black and yellow. And you know what it is Florian Wirtz, edge of the box. It's 1-0. Yeah, the reversed cameras in European football strike again. I don't know why this is a bug in Football Manager, but when you have the highlight replays of goals, they're reversed in Europe. Get your binoculars out, you might be able to see what's going on. 10 minutes left of the half, only 1 goal to the good. It's been a very even game, to be honest, and well, it is back even now. Jankovic heads it, dips in over Jovic, and we weren't ahead for long. Emery with the ball whipped in. It was a really good ball in. Jovic came slightly off his line, but that header is absolutely sensational. You couldn't have placed it in a better spot. It's found the top corner. It's 1-1, and right before half-time, it's an all-square game. This is the kind of game that I'd expect us to be winning comfortably. We're not winning it comfortably. Going to make some changes at half-time. Okay, first things first, I'm far from pleased. Second things second, I'm making subs. Viper, off you come. Adamu is going to come on. Elsewhere, I am going to take off Duranville. I'm going to bring in Nonto. And Adriano, you're coming in. for Reina, who has not been very good in this game so far. The reality is this season, we are going to be playing a lot more games, and so when I do feel like there's a chance for us to play our rotated 11 and save some legs, I am going to need to do it. Inherently, it comes with risks, which we're experiencing here, but I have to put faith in the squad that we have, the options that I can then bring on off the bench if we start a weakened 11, and basically that ability that we have in our team to score goals and turn matches around. Hopefully, that faith is going to be put on full display here. Hopefully, Adamu's going to finish better than that effort there. His shot goes wide. That said, there is another highlight right away. We were on the attack, but we are going to give the ball away, and Pinnock is going to launch it clear. And Bomb, our right back, has got a little bit of a knock. I'm going to probably take him off shortly. Coming up to the hour mark here. Ball whipped in. Chipperfield hits it on the volley. It's blocked. And, well, that probably is the best chance that they've had, having got back into this game. It's a massive, massive block for us. It might not even be away from danger yet. And Bomb's still carrying an injury, doesn't get there. And Mambimbi scores and makes it 2-1. Really thought after we beat Bayern Munich, we'd turned a corner in our season. Maybe I was naive to rotate the team so heavily so soon, but I felt like this was a game we could do it in. Maybe that was completely misplaced. Okay, I'm going to take off and Bomb. I'm going to use this as a chance, I think, to rotate around the midfield a little bit. And Killy is going to come in and play as a centre mid on defend. Adriano is going to go to shadow striker on attack. Arata, wing back at right back. 4 changes already made. I can only afford to make 1 more, so I can't change things too much, too radically just yet. Some minor tweaks of team instructions, throwing men further up the field. They're playing this 4-4-2. They've not been completely outclassed in this game, and it could get worse for us yet, because Young Boys, well, they've got a corner here that we've half cleared away, but they've got so many men committed to the attack, and it's not away from danger yet. Mambimbi has already scored 1. He's scored another. It's 3-1. It's 3-1. In terms of embarrassing things that could have happened today, beating Bayern Munich, then losing to Young Boys, I mean, that takes the biscuit, doesn't it? Could Jovic have done better then? Maybe, but I think it's harsh to blame him for that one. Look, there's still half an hour left to be played here. We've got quality going forward. We're not completely out of this just yet. Let's see if we can make something happen here. As I say that, Wirtz loses the ball. We've conceded 3 here, which is very, very high by our own standards. Usually we're solid at the back, at least solid enough not to concede 3. It could get worse here. It is going to get worse here. Jovic to the rescue. Genuinely feeling a little bit shell-shocked in this game. Not really sure what to tell you. With 10 minutes left, we're 2 goals down. We need a monumental comeback, and I don't really see where it's going to come from. We made some changes at halftime. They've not really resulted in any chances in the final third, although maybe... Well, I thought maybe there was going to be one there. Adriano cannons his shot against the crossbar. It bounces away. And with there's 6 minutes left, we've got another corner. Maybe we can create some late chances here. We need to show a degree of clinicalness. We've not shown yet. We might have shown it a little bit there. It's 3-2. Adriano back post header. Wirtz with the ball in. And the door is open. But if we want anything from this game, we need another goal. Good news for us. Kickoff highlight right away. Are they rocked? Have we got them shook? I'm going to be trying to throw some more players forward. Potentially going to leave us open at the back, but I feel like there is a point at which that becomes a risk you've got to take. Adamu played in behind. The number 9 goes round the keeper, tucks it away. It's 3-3. That is sensational. We're not done yet. I'm staying on the front foot now. Who was it who played the ball forward here? Was it Wirtz again? He got an assist for the second goal. He's got another assist there. That is a stupendous ball forward. Finish as well, really, really nice. Adamu round the goalkeeper, tucks it away. 5 minutes left. We've got a point if things stay as they are. I'd love another goal. I'd love us to get that one more. There is another highlight here. 5 minutes of added time, by the way. We're into the first of those, and Killy on a booking wins the ball back well. Torunariga at left back. What a statement it would be if we could come back here. Of course, if we now concede, not a statement at all. If anything, be very embarrassing. Jovic, Torunariga playing at left back with us with our rotated 11. Can he step up and do something? Lays it back to Nkili. Now with Adriano, who already has a goal to his name. Torunariga, options down the line. Also, Nkili offering an option short. Nonto, options in the middle. Adamu is the man. It's whipped in, cleared away. Torunariga was trying to pick out Bino Gittins. Left back is now out of position, but Pilios mops up nicely and covers that area of the pitch. And we bring the ball forward again. The number 5, get into the byline, floats it in. Adamu heads it. And it's gone just over. I think that there might have been the last chance of the game, unless there is maybe one last chance here. The corner is cleared away. We've committed a lot of men to the attack. Chaved bringing the ball forward all on his lonesome. There's 1 minute left. It's 3-3. It's been a goal bonanza this game. Is there one last late goal? Could there be a late twist here? Arata sent off against Bayern Munich. I need him to show some heroics. I need him to show some glimpses of what the £60 million I spent on him is going to get us. He plays it to Adriano. Adamu's in behind. The keeper makes a sensational stop. And with that chance there, I think our hopes of winning this game have firmly vanished. It is 3-3. We do have a corner. We've scored one of these already. Wirtz is going to be the man over it. He whips it in. The keeper collects. And Balmoos in goal for them with that late save has saved young boys bacon. On another day, we come back sensationally. What a second half performance. We really stepped it up. We really looked good at the end. But we needed to look better sooner. And sadly, a draw, whilst not terrible, its points dropped. And I'm not that happy about it. Of course, just a reminder, with the new Champions League format, it's this expanded format of 36 teams, the top 24 teams going to the knockout. So it is a rather forgiving format, usually. That said, this was one of the easier games we have to play. Got Man City and Barcelona later on. So, yeah, 3 points sooner rather than later would have been good. Wirtz shines as we failed to win. I mean, he did get a goal and 2 assists. What a performance by Florian Wirtz. More of the same from him this season would be very, very nice. Was playing in that Mazzala role, looked very good there. Okay, look, we've got to dust ourselves off. We've still got one more game left today. We're taking on Leipzig. They are top of the league right now. They could be our big title rivals. Their media prediction, I believe, is 3rd. Ours is 2nd. Let's show why it's that way around. We need to beat them. Let's go make it happen. I'm beginning to think I'm not allowed to have any small positives this season whatsoever. Wirtz, great game last game, now injured for the next 2 to 4 weeks. So, yeah, if I wanted him as a super sub option or maybe a player to even break into the starting 11, that won't be happening immediately. What will be happening immediately, though, is this game here, a win, and we potentially go to the summit of the Bundesliga table after 5 games played. We're at home against RB Leipzig. They are a very, very good team, a team that don't have the distraction of European football this year as well. Dani Olmo is their key man. We've got to try and shut him down. When it comes to our team for today's game, the good news, we're at full strength when it comes to the starting 11. Obviously, Wirtz is injured, Arata suspended, so a couple of rotated players on the bench. And in terms of our starting 11's fitness situation, you can see it here. Rested, ready, raring to go. I mean, we beat Bayern Munich. Why can't we beat Leipzig as well? Okay, 10 minutes into this game, been an even game so far. This is the first highlight, if you were wondering. Just looking at the stats, 50-50 possession, only 1 shot. That was our shot, mind you. Not sure how much you can really glean off that, as we may be called into some defensive action here. Ari and B heads it away. Vitali Becker back to Ari and B at the back. And we look to do the Dortmund thing that we've done under our stewardship, which is play the ball out from the back, knock the ball around nicely, and show some confidence. And that confidence is bleeding through here as Kameri kind of surges on forward. His effort is blocked, but it's going to end up in the back of the net. Very fortuitous. That was almost blocked. But the shot, I think, went over the goalkeeper. It's in the back of the net. I don't care. Lovely, intricate passing on the far side here. This through ball, absolutely sensational. Kameri had a shot, and yeah, it's deflected off around, been taken over the goalkeeper with it. But fortunately for us, it still ended up in the back of the net. Bullet with a throw-in. Going to throw it down the line to Adamu, who looks to hold up the play, although on this occasion Ram is going to deal with him. Heidel in goal for Leipzig was my former goalkeeper once upon a time when I was Union Berlin manager. I feel like Union Berlin get a mention every single episode this series, but it is just this little universe that we have as Jovic comes out, and he's in his own little universe, and I kind of wish he wasn't in ours. That is shocking play by him. Serkan Oza scores, and it's 1-1, and Jovic, for as good as he's been over the last 2 years, that is an absolute clanger. It's a rare one as well. Ari and B caught in possession. Jovic then committed to coming out for it, missed the ball completely. Oza takes the ball round the defence and he just trickles it into the bottom corner. I was sat thinking I don't recognise this guy. The reason I don't recognise him, he's a regen. 19 years old, German youngster, developed at Leipzig through their academy. Got 17 goals last year in the Bundesliga too. 2 goals in 3 this season as well. He's a rather good player, isn't he? Okay, well, one thing you can't complain about today is a lack of goals. We've had so many in the matches so far, and that trend feels like it's going to be continuing here. Adamu, oh my word, what a stop by Hadel to keep it at 1-1. That should have been a goal. I thought it was a goal. Not going to blame the striker for the attempted finish. That was just some glorious goalkeeping. We do still have a corner. Sadly for us, though, the initial ball's going to be dealt with, and with that, I can't help but think the danger's going to fizzle out. 10 minutes left of this first half. Leipzig have only had one shot on target. It was that one shot from the defensive goalkeeping error. We've been the better team. Doesn't show on the scoreline yet, but maybe that could change here as we're mounting some late pressure at the end of the half. Kameri, edge of the box, stabs it, hits the post, falls to Gruder. I don't know if he's onside here. I'm scared to celebrate here. It'd be an overdue goal, a deserved goal if it is going to count. The referee's going to do the thing. He's going to put his finger to his ear. He's going to get the whisper. Our players' arms are raised. That usually means it's going to be a goal, and it does mean on this occasion it's going to be a goal. Kameri's effort was a really, really good one, actually, from range. It was unfortunate that it hit the post, but Gruder reacted quickest, and the number 7 found the bottom corner. Half-time in this game here, 2-1 up. Deserved to be 2-1 up as well. We've been really, really good so far in this one. I will say, not good enough yet to think that we're out of the woods when it comes to this game. It's still a 1-goal game, but we've looked good in this game. I've almost forgotten about how poor we were against Young Boys based off what we've seen here. And now Adriano's won the ball in a great area. He hits it. Hadel makes another stop. Right now, their goalkeeper is the difference maker. Omobamidele with the ball, lays it forward to Kameri. Back with Omobamidele, the centre-back. Arian B now. What can he do? Picks out Adriano. Nonto switches it inside. Kameri takes it down, falls to Adamu. He finds the bottom corner. It's 3-1. We've got an early breakthrough in this second half, and I am relieved. I don't know if this was a ball played by Kameri here, or if it was the defender trying to win the ball off him that hit the ball here that ended up resulting in the ball falling the way of Adamu. I'm not going to complain either way. The keeper was caught sprawling. We are caught celebrating. 3-1. Bullet on the far side, throwing down to Gruder. The right back lays it to Kameri, who's been very involved in the game today, although on this occasion he is going to be caught in possession. He works hard, though, to get the ball back for us. That is one thing you can't criticise of our team of. We work hard, we play hard, we score hard. 4-1, Gruder's second goal of the game. That should be game over. This goal came from absolutely nowhere as well. And Adriano just sees a pass that, well, I didn't see. I'm not sure many other people saw either, but Gruder was aware of it. And a very composed finish for the number 7. Of course, just a reminder as well, Leipzig wanted to sign Gruder for £80 million. He turned them down to stay with us, and now he is coming back to bite them. He's coming back to punish them. He has been great in this game. We could end up looking even better because the ball is back in their half. We want a 5th. I want more. This is one of those demolition derby games that we have every so often where we turn up and we just demolish teams around us. We just smash into them. They can't deal with us. And it's happening again. Adamu makes it 5. I feel like I should be making some subs in this game. I'm not going to make any subs. It doesn't feel like a game where I need to make them. I feel like any subs I make are just going to be complicating things here. We've been dominant. We've been rampant. We've taken our chances. We're 5-1 up. They're not coming back here. We're a well-oiled machine. I don't really want to change any parts on the machine while we're playing as well as we are. I want to believe there could be a 6th on if we keep playing the way that we are. We're on the attack again here. It's Adriano who's been doing all sorts. Gruder's on for a hat-trick, by the way. And, well, he's not going to get it with efforts like that. 1 minute left of this game. Is there time for that last little bit of humiliation? I want to believe it could happen still. Omobamidele with the ball for us. Leipzig going into this game knowing a win would cement their position at the top of the Bundesliga table. We have very much played the Uno reverse card compared to last episode's league game. We've played really, really well in this game here and in the game against Bayern Munich. And this gives me faith that with the team that we have, we can retain the Bundesliga title. If any doubts were creeping in last episode, we need to remind ourselves of the performances we've seen here, and also the fact that actually, when it comes to the squad this year, it's not like we've lost anyone. We've not sold any players having won the league. We've simply added more depth. But to be honest, this episode has all been about the old faithful. Adamu scores, he's offside. He's celebrating because I think he thinks he's got his hat-trick. I know he's offside. You know he's offside. It's not going to count, is it? I mean, if it counts now, I'll look like a mug, but I'm confident he's off. He looked comfortably off, and indeed he was. And with that offside, this game is going to finish here 5-1. Adamu with 2 goals, Gruder with 2 goals. We played sensationally. Yeah, not a lot more to add. I did think we'd be going to the top of the table with that result. Sadly for us, Hoffenheim beat Leverkusen 4-1, and as a result of that, they are ahead of us on goal difference. That's a minor inconvenience, isn't it? Adamu got man of the match. If he was slow to get started this season, I feel like he has now arrived. 4 goals, 2 assists in 5 games. Not too shabby. And with that game there, we're wrapping things up for today. A mixed bag in today's episode. Always nice to do a triple header, bring you guys a load of footballing action. Very much hope you guys enjoyed it. In terms of what we're going to be doing next time, we have Barcelona at home in a month's time. I feel like it's only logical we come back for that game. Next time out, we are taking on one of the biggest teams in European football, a Barcelona team that right now, if we look at things, are sat 3rd in La Liga. Ansu Fati is their key man. He's very good in this universe. He's insane in this universe. That is perhaps the best Ansu Fati I've seen in Football Manager this year. Right, folks, we're going to wrap things up here. Drop a like if you enjoyed as always. Thank you for hanging out with me. We will be back with one more episode to end the week. I'll see you guys then. Take things easy. It's me, Jack. I'll see you all on the next one. I'm out.